Did you know for nearly half a century, our Office of Federal Contract Compliance Programs has been opening doors of opportunity? Business leaders tell me again and again that a diverse workforce contributes to their success and to their bottom line. OFCCP's work is all about giving people a fair shot to find and keep and succeed in good jobs and to make a good living so they can support their families. And you know what? When you give people a fair chance, they do succeed. So OFCCP is committed to keeping the doors of opportunity open so that businesses and workers can succeed together.
On a hot summer day in Baltimore, Maryland, Leroy Hersey goes to work on a construction site, thanks to the Office of Federal Contract Compliance Programs, which opened the door of opportunity for him.
Baltimore's a pretty tough city. Yeah, it's a blue-collar town, I'd say. Everyone's working hard trying to make a living. Yeah, the recession hit Baltimore pretty hard. It's tough to find work these days, but I'm one of the lucky ones. I've been employed with a large construction company for the past 2 years. It's a good job, but it wasn't so good in the beginning.
In the U.S., nearly 1 in every 4 workers is employed by a company that receives federal funds for contracted work. That's 200,000 businesses that have contracts with the federal government. It's an approximate revenue stream of over $700 billion. That's significant.
I work for a large retail pharmacy chain. I'm from the TGIM generation. Thank God it's Monday. I love my job. I love the independence that it gives me. I have children at home, so I need to work.
At OFCCP, we protect workers, promote diversity, and enforce the law by ensuring that those who do business with the federal government do not discriminate on the basis of gender, race, color, religion, national origin, disability, and status as a protected veteran.
As a young man, I had enlisted in the Air Force. I proudly served my country, both at home and abroad. After my injury that I sustained in the Air Force, I came home to make a new life for myself and my wife. It's tough being a veteran, and being a disabled veteran is even harder. The employment opportunities for people like me can really be tough, to say the least. I was hired by a large transportation company that said it valued our veterans. But nothing could be further from the truth. I didn't feel so valued.
Being a federal contractor is a privilege, not a right. We believe that taxpayer dollars must never be used to discriminate by those who earn valuable contracts to provide goods and services to our government. We understand that our enforcement actions have a ripple effect across the entire workforce. That's why we make it a point to go after federal contractors that discriminate against their workers.
In December of 2010, I got a phone call from OFCCP. I didn't even know it was a branch of government that looked out for my interests like that.
One of the unique features of OFCCP is that we regularly evaluate businesses, even when there's not a specific complaint. We know that oftentimes workers may be unaware of the discrimination they face. So, each year, OFCCP uses a neutral scheduling process to select almost 4,000 contractors for an audit to ensure that they're complying with the law.
You know, we have to reach out to the non-hires because this case is not going to go to enforcement without getting some anecdotal in that aspect.
And they told me they were looking into the hiring practices of a company that I had applied to, and that they had found in their investigation some discrimination going on. They told me that they were going to work on my behalf to obtain back wages owed to me. To be honest, I thought it was going to be swept under the rug, not to be heard from again. But they came through. 5 months after they called me, I got a check from the construction company that discriminated against me. They gave me back wages from the time that I applied for the job up until the investigation. And I was genuinely happy. I was able to get things for my kids, I was able to take care of some bills, and man, it just felt good to know that the government was there for me.
We also investigate complaints filed by workers who believe that they've been discriminated against by their federal contractor employer. It's important for workers to know that OFCCP is a resource for them, and that they can contact us if they feel they've been a victim of employment discrimination in hiring, treatment on the job, promotion, pay, or firing.
I found out about OFCCP from posters in the employees' break room. I had been in their break rooms for years. never read those posters. One day I did. It never dawned on me that the information in those posters would change my life. In December 2009, I filed a complaint with OFCCP. I was hired as a photo specialist by my employer. The problem came with tasks that my employer classified as busy work. I have outer bowel band syndrome that causes horrible lower back pains. The workstation my employer assigned me to did not have a hand wand. So as a result, I had to lift large packages. I went to my supervisor requesting reasonable accommodation. My supervisor would not listen.
Voluntary compliance is always our goal at OFCCP. We aim to support the good faith efforts of businesses that want to do right by their workers. So each year we provide thousands of hours of compliance and technical assistance to teach contractors how to comply with the law.
OFCCP came in and helped me. They really helped me. They worked with my employer to restructure the way that I worked. I have a reasonable accommodation. My workstation has a hand wand, and I don't have to lift those heavy boxes. I think it's important for workers to know their rights. I tell everyone I can about OFCCP. Older workers like myself who are disabled need someone who listens to us, need someone who will protect us. OFCCP has given us a voice.
It's like I had a guardian angel. I mean, they had my back, man, and I'm grateful for it. The construction company actually offered me a job. I took it. OFCCP, they let me know that they had my back and that it was a legitimate job. And if the company discriminated against me in any way, I had an advocate that had my back. And it feels good to go to work every day knowing that.
In most cases, we're able to find fair and mutually agreeable resolutions. When we find a violation, we seek make-whole remedies for victims. And that term is really important, make whole, because it recognizes that discrimination demeans us as individuals, as businesses, as a government, and as a country.
I began to experience some mistreatment after I started to question my company's policies on veterans' rights. After I filed my complaint with my employer, things started to get worse, and then I finally left. I contacted the OFCCP in April 2008 after I reapplied for a position at my old company. I found out that I was placed on a do not rehire list. I was really upset about that because I was well qualified and I knew they were looking for people like me. I'd given this company more than 2 years of service, and just because they asked about my rights, I was denied the opportunity to work for them again.
You know that as an employee, you have a right to inquire about your rights. It is illegal for an employer to retaliate against you when you exercise a right under the law.
The OFCCP took up my case. They fought tooth and nail for me. We took on a very large corporation and we won. I received back wages, which I used to help support my family. My story is a testament of the kind of work that the OFCCP does every day. They go above and beyond the call duty to help people. As a former airman, I totally understand the core values of selfless service, duty, and integrity. I don't think I'm a hero for standing up for my rights. I think it's my duty as a veteran to stand up for other veterans who might be in a similar situation. If you know your rights, then nobody can take them away from you. It also helps that there's a government agency like the OFCCP looking out for us every day.
At OFCCP, we are committed to enforcing our laws, to keep the doors of opportunity open for all workers, even if we have to pry those doors open from time to time. We believe that work is not simply about a paycheck, it's about respect. Having a job is about dignity and an individual's sense of integrity, self-worth, financial stability, and long-term security. Those are our values at the OFCCP and the Department of Labor.
The OFCCP is working to ensure that a 21st century American workforce looks like, sounds like, and truly reflects the diversity of 21st century America. OFCCP is opening doors of opportunity for all workers. For more information, visit dol.gov/OFCCP.